Oh no, YouTube, what's this? Indignant half-black nigga mad about today. What's he gonna scold us on today? Oh no, he's so much better than all of us. Why don't you build a better world? Bitch, I'm trying, unlike you, so let's start this lesson up. Today you are with Drew. Having some allergy issues here at Politically Black. And I just wanted to talk a second about who created the technique of psychological gaslighting. And yes, humans have lied to humans about events that have happened in various frames of time in which those events happened for years. But we're talking about going as far as trying to eradicate from a person's memory that this event happened. And you want to talk about it, a lot of recorded cases are in Nazi Germany. A lot of the first recorded cases of attempted gaslighting. We're not kidnapping your family and forcing you to eat one piece of bread a day. That's not what we're doing. As like they're handing you the one piece of bread every day that they're giving you while they're telling you, we're not forcing you to do anything. As you're watching armed guards walk by, but we're not forcing that. Why I'm bringing this up. This is a common tactic of the left, and we should let them know that they now own the Nazis. Not that they ever stopped owning Nazis. Let's break down the word Nazi. It's National Socialist. And a National Socialist is someone who would completely sell out their country, sell out their people. Even though you think that the two terms together would mean a socialist of the people, it actually means National Socialist. So anyone on the left, anyone who supports Hillary Clinton, anyone who supports BLM, anyone who supports Rose City, these people are all supporting Nazis as well because they use the same techniques Nazis use, and then they get mad when you point it out. But unfortunately, like one of my neighbors who claims to do a lot of regular house maintenance, he gaslights me about the issues in here. Water damage actually has two appearances. When it's from the external surface, it causes bubbling. When it's from the internal, due to things like steam and smoke or anything of that nature, it actually causes the paint to chip, and it actually causes a different type of welting. It's still welting, but someone who doesn't have enough experience in homework will say, like in working on their home, will say it's just the paint chipping, but when you go to peel it off, it's moist, it's damaged, and when you go under it, there's mold. Okay, yeah, that's actually water damage, and it can be caused from the inside. But the reason you'll get told that it's not is them gaslighting you. It's kind of like the idea that you can't send your girlfriend into AutoZone because the guy's going to gaslight her up on so many parts that she never even needed. He's going to convince her through all of his power and every trick he's got that he needs her to, or that she needs him to help, and she needs him to tell her what parts that she needs for the car. And my mom does fine in AutoZone, and she goes, "No, it's the spark plug, nigga. You just give me the spark plug. I don't give a fuck." And she bounces. That's it. But like, that's to say that like that's what people think happens. I mean, it's the same thing when you send a guy into a beauty store, and it really does happen to guys in beauty stores. You send a dude in to pick you up your makeup, right? And then he comes back with a whole bag, and you're always like, "Babe, what the fuck? That's a $500 bag." And he feels stupid because the girl at the counter was like, "Well, she said you might want this and this and this." And he's like, "Plus, you know, it's the plum, so it was apparently half off to get the violet, so I got the violet to match the plum." Are you good for like a year and a half with this shit? Like, a guy doesn't understand makeup at all. And so we go into the makeup store to get y'all some shit. We go into Ulta and we come back with way too much shit, and y'all be mad. Hear me out. It's the same shit as when you go to the mechanic who's your best friend and he tells you, "Well, you gotta get 18 different parts, girl, and it's gonna cost you $1,800. Your man got a credit card? Your man got a credit card?" And that's just for the parts, so the work is gonna cost another $1,000. So that's $2,800. Your man got a credit card, and I ain't even applied taxes yet, but your man got a credit card? It's that same concept, but it is worse because I know more women who know more about cars than I do men who know about makeup. So they're gonna sell your man the foundation, the eyeliner, this is why you probably send him, is you come back with matching shit, and it's not him, it's the employees and associates. He went in looking for lipstick for you, and they gaslit him into coming out with $500 worth of shit that he didn't know he needed. In fact, in his memory, he's going, "Didn't I just need lipstick?" And this bitch is going, "No, your wife said she just needed lipstick, but what she meant was this, 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 this. And you're just like, okay, yeah, okay, I understand you lost me at eyeliner, but I think I know what the rest of that goes on. But like, so let's talk about who the left owns. The left, now, a National Socialist, we broke down the term, these people will destroy their nation in the name of the people, but instead of providing socialism to the people, they are only going to take care of the government. Now that is a National Socialist. I'm a nationalist, much like Candace Owens, so my countrymen, and I'm a constitutionalist first, but my countrymen come first. Anyone could be a constitutionalist. They say you gotta have a degree and be a lawyer per se, but not really. A constitutionalist is a divide in the Republican Party as well. There are constitutionalist Republicans, there are neo-Republicans who don't necessarily strictly adhere to the Constitution or even the party political lines. Like, it's kind of cool actually that they still identify with us, but they don't see themselves strictly as Republicans. It's interesting because they'd rather be associated to us, but they don't have the same party lines fully as us, and it makes for some interesting debates. I think I should have an AR-15 with a 300 round mag, and this guy doesn't disagree. He just goes, now hold on, I want you to have a 100 round mag, and let's get you 3 of them for the price of that 300 round mag. And the guy's like, wouldn't that just... Whatever. Maybe you're right. Because as a Republican, it's always easier when someone on the... at least towing certain thoughts along the party line tries to explain certain things about gun control to you. Yes, I get gun control from a very leftist point of view, and I also understand that there's a limit to what anybody would need. Shit, a cop doesn't need a 500 round barrel either, baby. So let's take that from them too. But my thing is there should be a limit to that. I think a 100 round barrel would be enough to deal with a ton of protesters out front. If I had to open my door and spray an AK, I think a 100 round mag would do it. If I had a 300 round, I'd probably use it too, but fuck it, you know what I'm saying? So it's, sometimes with gun control, the issue is more of what you would use just because it's available, not so much not everything is practical. Now, you touch my laser sights, though, that's practical. That's laser sight. Don't you iron scope me, motherfucker. Them laser sights is practical. But, I don't know. I'm here like, it's sad to see that we gotta tell the left that they own Nazis. So here's the thing, they should stop throwing the term around like it's an insult, because they're insulting themselves. They're insinuating that you are them. But the thing is that anyone who says anything along the lines of white genocide is okay is cool with being Hitler, but the other direction. So I don't think that's okay. I don't think that's cool. It actually leaves me furiously serious and seriously furious. I like white people. In fact, I would tell you what. Fuck sisters. Not all of y'all, but most of y'all are pretty ugly in your personality. Let's fuck your face off. Let's just talk about what your heart look like. It's ugly on the inside. Y'all want thugs. Y'all want baby daddies. Y'all don't want fathers. Y'all don't want husbands. Y'all want to run the street until you're 45. And then you want a husband because you lonely in your leopard print. You lonely in your leopard print. I watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I see how y'all hoes play yourselves. Then you gotta fuck with Stevie J to get a record because you ain't doing shit in your life. That sucks. That shit sucks, and I'm sorry y'all play yourselves like that. On the other end of it, sisters, there's a whole other lifestyle if you open up to the fucking Poindexter who've been looking at you sideways since you started working with him. That fool just want to take you on a date, but if you don't give him the chance, he don't get the chance. So I'm just saying, like, maybe you should try the other side before you condemn it. God damn, these allergies today. Sorry, I live in Colorado and it's a high-ass pollen day. Tried smoking a bowl and I think that shit made it worse. But, for real, keeping it serious, keeping it furious. There's just some shit I don't get in this life, and that's one of them things. Whoo-wee. I will never understand. His sisters claim that they are better in the hood by being bougie and wannabe, but, like, you're hurting brothers. Like, brothers, There are full doctor brothers who are just single or with shitty fucking women because a good woman didn't say something. Like, I just watch that shit and it marvels my mind. Like, I have nothing on that. Like, shit, I've dissed some nerdy girls in my day, but that's because their hobbies and mine weren't the same. I'm a Marvel fanboy. I fucking blow off DC while I'm at it, too. Like, fuck everybody. Batman, Spider-Man, Thanos, Darkseid. I fucking love those fools, though, for real, though. I do really love Marvel and DC, though. But, like, I've turned down nerdy women for being into IDW. What are you, a second-rate comic reader with third-rate comics? Not to sound like Kaiba and shit, but, like, sounding like Kaiba and shit, like, I don't know, it's just, it's a hard conversation to have because the left doesn't want to be affiliated to Nazis, we're told. But then they take over a city of Minneapolis and act like Nazis exactly to a T. What are we supposed to do about that? As the American people, I say we arm up and show them motherfuckers what's good. Ooh, ooh. But that's me. I just feel that way. I also am the kind of motherfucker to buy Nerf guns, try to figure out how to turn those into lethal weapons. So if you break in, you're getting shot with like 80 nails out of a ball. Like, that's just me. But I'm just saying, I think that we should start letting the left know that, and it's not gaslighting to tell the left that they act like Nazis. The left uses gaslighting to try to convince you. This is what they're doing with Gone with the Wind. They're taking a whole achievement from the first black lady to ever win an award in the world of acting. And they're just going to take that and not let us have that. And that's sinful. That is the erasure of black pride. And I am sorry, but as a man who believes in black excellence and wants black excellence to succeed and prevail out of this, I do not believe that you have a right to take from us, no matter who you are. And guess who's taking from you? I want every leftist to note right now, take this note down. Your white masters are taking everything from you black people, and you are still in chains. You still do what they say. Take that statue down because I said to. Take that statue down because I said to. Take that statue down because I said to. And then you do it. And that is disgusting. That is disgusting. Punch that fool. He's telling you, one, to commit a criminal act because he said so. And two, he's telling you that criminal act is an act of freedom. I'm going to tell you what an act of freedom is. Not having to listen to a nigga like that. That is the highest act of freedom. Rose City Antifa promised not to let black men be being attacked by police. What did they do? Stood back while black men attacked police instead of getting in between them and forming their white man wall that was going to protect their white man privilege wall that was going to protect black people. Where did that even go? Yeah, Rose City, what's good? I'm challenging you at this point. Like, shit, I'm not just challenging your ideals. I'm challenging the American people to challenge you domestic terrorists. Like, but we need to challenge their logic, and we need to start letting them know, yeah, oh, so you're one of those new Nazis. Like, that, just tell them, oh, so you're one of those neo-leftist neo-Nazis. I gotcha. I can't argue with these people because they're neo-leftists. And my thing is when you call them, and this is a problem with internet culture too, a lot of people, when you call them on their bullshit, well, I didn't say that, well, I didn't, or like one of these people I was arguing, well, you brought up Trump. No, I brought up being Republican. Being Republican has nothing to do with Trump, baby, but the two are associated in people's minds now on the left because they are Nazi-like. They gotta gaslight you into thinking, you're a Republican. Maybe I like Ben Carson. My niggies, I've been a Republican for 6 years. You don't think I want a black doctor as the president after having a black nobody? Who the fuck was Obama? I'll take a doctor who separated twins. Who are you to say you separated twins, fool? Pretty libertarian about drug use policies, I'll buy it even. Like, that's an area where I can beat the left. But the conversation never makes it that far. They don't want to know what I think about policy. They just want to know enough about me to tell me that I'm not black, to tell me that I'm wrong, and this is exactly what gaslighting from the Nazis looked like. If you were Jewish, hey, that's all you are. You'll never be more than the equivalence of your race. In modern era, since and that was for any Jew who disagreed and or stood off against Hitler's army. You also got rid of with bullets. I'm thankful that most of y'all don't have guns. Oh, thankfully most leftists are cowards and would turn in their guns and have turned in their guns. My thing is, I can't own a gun because I'm a med patient. I'd love to own a gun. I would love to. But on the other end of that, doesn't mean I can't get armed security. So, my thing is that remind the left that it's Nazi-like to take over an encampment and make a whole new town in the middle of a town. Remind them that the Nazis did these same sorts of things, their same tactics, from gaslighting to the media deception to the propagandizing. Everything that's been done is reminding me of Nazi Germany, and I don't know. Maybe it's wrong that it reminds me of that. But on the other end of that, I don't really give a fuck, because I live in a country where I can say what I want. And two, it scares me, because I'm going to be the first on the chopping block, because I am an independent thinker in the black community. Yes, I lean Republican, and a lot of black people do, actually. Surprisingly, more black people do than left, but I do my own research. I watch MSNBC and CNN, and then I flip over to the people I enjoy. I'll flip over to Ben Shapiro, Milo Yiannopoulos in an interview, Ben Carson, or Tucker Carlson, Ben Carson. Oh man, anytime Ben Carson's on anyone's show, I watch that shit. And that's not to show support for Ben Carson. I really don't care that much for him. But like, I think he's an interesting fellow. He's a doctor. Republican. It's a very, he himself is just one heck of a man. Like, I don't necessarily like him and his stances and his policies, but I definitely like the man himself. I could say that about Carson. But now, I also love who Trump is. I love everything about Trump. Now, I didn't vote for him in 2020. I also didn't vote, or in 2016, but I didn't vote for Hillary either. I, in fact, withheld my vote the way an American would if you were disgusted with your two options not being who you wanted. On the other end, I've been a Trump fan of my life, and that's maybe a problem to y'all. I think it's cool to have a celebrity as a president. I think it's hilarious. I think it's been great. I think he's done a great job following his cabinet's advice and not really making as many moves on his own as the media accuses him of. Second term, you usually have a little more independence as the president. You've seen all of what's gone on in your first term, and you kind of get how to maneuver the books and how to maneuver wars. Like, you get those things, and so you get to make a bit more when it comes to calls. So second term, expect Presidente to be lit, but we need to let them know that they're Nazis. The left is a Nazi camp now, and we need to make it known. This is why I left the Nazis. This is why I left the left. Moving forward, if you're seeing this video, the left is no longer the left. They are the Nazis. And I left the neo-Nazi party because I was told I had to vote for black men, I had to vote for white women, I had to vote for black women. And I really never agreed with any of these people's stances. And I was told to by people higher than me in, like, the Democratic Party of Colorado. Like, you'll get updates from Governor Polis, like, about black politicians and gay politicians. I don't support agendas, bud. I support policies. Okay, so I do support agendas. Everybody's got an agenda, and my agenda is to push good policy. But that's my agenda, is to push good policy. I'm not trying to Bloomberg and buy out all the politicians. Yeah, see, that's why he lost that. But the Nazis need to be reminded that they're Nazis. Ilhan Omar is a Nazi. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is a Nazi. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, they're all Nazis. We need to start addressing them as such. They're no longer... I'm sorry, you forfeited your right to be the American people when you thought you had the right to tell white Americans, black Americans, Asian Americans, Chinese Americans, Mexican Americans, any Americans how to live their life. You became a Nazi. So, we need to stand up to them. And like I said, moving forward from my end, and I'm seriously serious, we're calling them Nazis. If you with the boy, they Nazis. So, just so you know, there is no left. There's only the neo-Nazi Party of America. Peace. Hit that like, that comment, that subscribe, drop a notification. Share this video with your friends. It's really, this one and the last one are a little more important. So please share those two with your friends. Other than that, the Nazi Party of America's got to go down. I will catch you later, and this has been Drew Politically Black signing off. Got it in one, baby.